Reporting Child Abuse and Neglect, Kansas Children's Service League. There are many reasons why child abuse and neglect is not reported. Someone may think, I don't know who to call. I don't have any evidence. I only have a suspicion of abuse. I'm a friend and I don't want to get anyone in trouble. Or I don't want to rip a family apart. But when we ignore our instincts or ignore behavior we have witnessed, we add to these staggering numbers. Over 3 million reports involving the alleged maltreatment of approximately 6 million children were received by Child Protective Service agencies in the U.S. Almost 700,000 children were determined to be victims of child abuse and neglect, and close to 1,600 children died from abuse or neglect. And did you know children who experience maltreatment are at an increased risk for adverse health effects and behaviors as adults, including smoking, alcoholism, drug abuse, eating disorders, severe obesity, depression, suicide, sexual promiscuity, and certain chronic diseases? You can make a difference. You can help a child in need. All you need is a suspicion of child abuse to report. Here are a few tips when calling to report. You can report anonymously, but keep in mind, if the authorities have additional questions about the location of a child or a circumstance, they won't be able to call you back unless you leave your information. You will be asked questions about the child's location and the suspected abuse. As much identifying information available as possible to help authorities locate the child. For example, calling to say a woman was hitting her child in a parking lot and then drove away may not be as useful as saying a woman was driving a blue Mazda with license plate 123YYY. Call even if you don't have all that information, but keep in mind, the more information you can provide, the better. And not all children involved in an investigation are removed from the home. Sometimes the family is offered services to help safely allow the children to remain in the home. In Kansas, to report suspected abuse or neglect, call the Kansas Protection Report Center at 1-800-922-5330. To report abuse outside of Kansas, call 1-800-422-4453. If you suspect the child is in immediate danger, call 911. If you have called and you feel like nothing is happening, report, report, report again. You can also call 911 and request a child welfare check. But don't give up. A child's safety may be depending on you. As long as you are making a report in good faith, meaning you are not making a known false report in order to get someone in trouble, you cannot be prosecuted for reporting. So when should you call to report? When you have a suspicion of abuse. It is not your duty to investigate, it is your duty to report. If you are watching this video because you have a child in mind and you don't know if you should report, that is suspicion enough. For additional information on reporting or child abuse neglect statistics, visit dcf.ks.gov, childwelfare.gov, childabuswichita.org. For additional information on the prevention of child abuse and neglect, visit kcsl.org, preventchildabuse.org. This video was produced by the Kansas Children's Service League. Kansas Children's Service League is the Kansas chapter of Prevent Child Abuse America. For more information about Kansas